You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. It's been 2 years since I let you go. Couldn't listen to a joke or rock and roll. Muscle cars drove a truck right through my heart.
No idea.
You and I, Lady Gaga.
I like Lady Gaga. I just don't know that song. When did that come out?
This was the Born This Way album.
Yeah, I was big into the first one and then Fame Monster, the second one. The first one had what? Let's Dance.
Let's dance.
Poker Face.
Is that a guilty pleasure or is that
No, that's just
okay?
legit good. Yeah.
Okay.
And the second one had Bad Romance, Monster, Alejandro.
I don't like that one.
Alejandro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the best. Oh yeah, that's not the best. Telephone with Beyonce, and then Beyonce had a song also called Telephone.
Didn't know that.
Different, yeah. Let me turn my phone on silent. So we got a new segment this week. It's what new restaurant did Tyler try? What happened here?
The heck? My mic's recording.
Oh yeah, well your video went away.
Yeah,
no one's watching anyways. I commented on Jonathan Drew. He posted this art mural, and I posted like some emojis, and then he said, "My dude, best IG in the game." So
nice.
Shout out to Jonathan Drew. It sucks they had to cancel all the DE 25-year anniversary in Dallas this year.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be September 25th, 4 days before my birthday. But you know this.
Your 25th birthday?
Yeah, the 25th. Yeah. I'm turning 29 again. What I was saying is, new restaurant. I went to a place called, if you guys have heard of it, it's called Cabo Bob's. It's like, it's kind of like a California-ish fucking like vibe to it, but I know it's not authentic because it has queso.
Okay, when you say California, what on earth do you mean?
California. It looks a lot like the Bay Area, like where you're from. They have a lot of
like foggy.
What
are you describing this restaurant as foggy? When I think of San Francisco Bay Area, I think of cloudy.
No, it's like Volkswagen bus and hippie ish, like Grateful Dead. Oh well, I guess so. Each of our stores is inspired by a location in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico.
Ooh, San Jose's Bay Area, but that's the wrong San Jose.
Yeah, but they have a lot of like California stuff. Maybe where did I get? Oh yeah, because he's talking about traveling and living in what's Baja California? Maybe you can tell me that. I don't know what that is.
So you know the fault line that goes through California at the bottom?
San Andreas.
Yeah. So there's like a little tail off of California. It's Baja California.
Nice. So yeah,
that's where they make Baja Fresh.
Oh, the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I got shamed at HQ about stopping at Taco Bell. I need something really quick, and nothing's quick in Austin. I went to go get. Everybody knows, or I don't know if they know, but I hate eating out because I'm always disappointed. Blah blah blah, and I was gonna go to Church's Chicken just to get some chicken. You know, whatever. It's not the best, but in a pinch, I sat at that fucking drive-through window for 5 minutes and nobody said shit to me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm leaving. I pull out after I didn't order, and I'm stuck behind two cars. Like I thought I could get through. Like I figured there's nobody in front of me. So I got stuck in the drive-through for 10 minutes. And then when the car in front of me pulled away, I just followed him. It was fucking, I almost went over a curb. I was that fucking pissed because I was tired and I was hungry and I had to go to HQ and do some work last night, super fucking late. But going back to Baja, what's it called? Baja Bob. So it's like a Qdoba Chipotle.
Did I say
Moe's.
Baja Fresh instead of Baja Blast earlier?
I think it's the Baja Fresh.
That's a rest. That's embarrassing.
I did go back to when you were talking about me fucking cigars. I did. That was wrong. I
Yeah.
was right. So,
Yeah.
but Cabo Bob's it's like a Chipotle, but they have they have brisket, which I guess look at me, I sound like a total fat ass. I know everybody's menu, but Qdoba had brisket, and then this has brisket too. So I got brisket, I got like a bowl, and
Tyler,
yeah,
5 seconds.
okay.
What's up, everybody? We're the CigarNoise boys.
Oh, here we go.
I guess we're talking about food this week. All right, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, Daddy's hungry. Yeah. Speaking of brisket, I just threw some brisket in the slow cooker, and I'm using the Valentina's brisket rub.
Ooh, I used that last night.
Dude, that shit's legit. I made some chicken for my going away party, and the people fucking loved it. So when I got here to Austin, I sent up a little care package to my buddies, like some Austin stickers, some Romacraft shirts, some Romacraft stickers, and then a whole bunch of that fucking seasoning. So I got a brisket. But going back to Cabo Bob, so yeah, it was. I mean, it's good. They have 3 different kinds of beans. Like they have like a pinto black beans, and they have one like Baja beans, which is like 4 different kinds of beans. I mean, it was good. I mean, they give you a shitload of fucking food. I threw away like 3/4 of it. So out of 10, my one bite review on the Baja Bob's, I give it a 5.8. I might go there again in a pinch. It's close to HQ, Romacraft's HQ, so it's convenient. It's clean. They got a lot of good like hot sauces and shit. You have a question?
Do you think they would make more money if they changed their name to Cabo Bobo?
I don't know, but they do. This is what they're known for. Okay, the best tortillas are fresh cooked to order tortillas, gluten-free corn tortillas and chips. All right, now you're gonna.
Well, they're famous for the corn. Just call it corn on the bob.
Corn on the bob, but they're going for the Cabo corn on the Cabo Bob. I don't know. Oh, they have 3. Yeah, Kamado, Kamado Kamado Joe
Komodo
grills,
Dragon.
No, Komodo Joe grills cook. What?
Tyler.
Best beef is grass fed. Yeah, so it's pretty good, man. Oh, they got like a Chipotle creme, which I didn't get. I should have got that. Anyways, forgot my score, like 6-2 or something. It's solid.
5.8. So
5.8,
cigars. Yeah. Maybe let's not lead with the. No, actually, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna try to hit a new place every other episode or so. I only eat out once every like 10 days, so it won't be a weekly segment.
And my segment, I don't know if we're gonna really keep these.
No,
weekly.
We don't keep segments.
I try to buy something new every time I go to the grocery store. So I got some hibiscus.
Don't know what that is.
What is that? That dried purple flower. If you go to a taqueria, they have that purple drink next to horchata.
No, yeah, that's not.
Ooh, try it. Anyway, I made some tea with it. I threw it in my ferment.
Ramble on for a second. I gotta get something to drink.
Okay. Let's see. Talk. Shout out to our sponsor, CigarNoise. Dave West, fearless leader, doing all the tech stuff, social media stuff for Small Batch Cigar. We missed this last week of blind reviews, but they'll be back. So check out Small Batch. Say hi to Dave.
And last week too.
Yeah, but we're not done for good. They'll be back. I'm just trying to, expand my palate with hibiscus.
Okay.
Hey, dude! Shout out to Anakit, Nick, little Nick. One of my college friends I found out listens to the podcast. He doesn't even smoke cigars.
Oh, nice.
Sick. Yeah. Also, shout out to Whiskey Fergie on Instagram, who listens to our playlist on Spotify, our intros playlist.
Oh,
in his
great.
car. So congrats. Now you're gonna listen to some Lady Gaga. Big
We
win.
we need some better music on there.
Spin that wheel. So you told me to smoke the Craft 21s because you had a
Yeah.
preference.
Mhm.
So I was camping last week and I had a few drinks and then I lit up the Candela barber pole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like halfway through and I went to tap the ash over the fire pit and I dropped it in.
Oh my god.
I know.
$18 down the drain.
Yeah. But then I lit up the other one the next day and I think I like the other better.
The one with the Connecticut stripe on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they're both really good, but I prefer the Connecticut stripe on there. Yeah, man, those things went fast and they're really cool. The presentation turned out really, really well. Yeah, it's they're fucking really good, man.
Also, I don't know if you've ever dropped a cigar in a fire pit before, but if it's lit, it'll burn up like you're smoking it because I guess the foot of it's still hot.
Mhm.
So it doesn't just combust, or at least in my experience of dropping cigars in the fire, it didn't happen. Pretty cool. So the fire smoking it.
Oh, I got a
All the
story for
homies.
you.
Yeah.
So, of course, at Austin Airport, I'm the cigar guy. So this guy, my supervisor's like, "Hey, man, I want to get you some cigars. You've been giving me cigars. What do you want besides Roma Craft?" He's like, "I'm going to one of the shops here in town." I'm like, "You know what? Actually, check with the I said Tatawahe, and then he pulled up Tatiana, and then I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'm like, let's get a recommendation from the retailer. I said, tell the retailer that you're looking for like a Nicaraguan cigar. Whether, I mean, we talked about this before. I don't know if that means mostly Nicaraguan tobacco or the factory is Nicaragua, whatever. So he goes in there and he talks to the guy. He's like, "Hey man, I'm looking to get my friend some cigars and he wants something from Nicaragua." And the guy says, "I don't know anything from Nicaragua. I don't know if we have any of that." And my guy's like, "Okay." And he goes in there, he picks out a Hoya de Nicaragua.
Classic.
Yeah. 7x60 though.
Not classic.
Not yeah, the like the standby Hoya. And they picked out two Rocky Patels, the 1992 vintage, and then the Old World Reserve Maduro. Yeah. Yeah. So
The end.
yeah, and the thing is too, like those Rockies they're big. He bought big Churchills too, so I smoked one with him. I didn't want to get written up, at work, so I smoked the 1992. It was solid. I mean, the retro hail was really good, really intense, but it just tasted flat. Like it didn't have any like pop to it, And Rocky does make some stuff I do like, so I'm not going to say like it just didn't. It just seemed flat to me, whatever. But like I said, I do like some stuff by Rocky. Like back in the day, I think he makes a nice Connecticut. The Cameroon is solid, and then he had the vintage 1990 maybe with the red, the maroon. I always liked that one back in the day. So yeah, I still have that 7x60. So I don't know when I'm gonna smoke that.
I
thought that was funny.
I went to a pipe shop in Carmel by the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice town, ritzy area, great spots to eat. Anyway, it's like a hole in the wall pipe shop, extremely small, one customer at a time. And the cigar selection was kind of sad, but it's okay. I guess it's a pipe shop. That's not what they're not known for cigars. But the cigars they had, the brand, I should have looked this up ahead of time. It has that Griffin on it. Crap. Not San Cristo. Anyway, that's beside the point. They have a discount box with all unbanded, except for one I see on the wrapper, Arturo Fuente. So I pull out the discount box. It's a curly head. How much do you think it was going for?
Oh my God, California
On discount.
I'm still guessing it was like $7.50.
$9 with change.
Oh, you need to get out of that. Oh, that's like a $4 stick, maybe.
Yeah, I walked in and said thank you.
Dude,
what I want to see.
Another thing too about that shop my buddy went to, like they hound you in the humidor. Like they're still like on super COVID like lockdown, so they hound you in there. Like you can't touch anything unless you're buying it, or even then I think they grab it for you. So it's like you're telling me you're going to hound me in the humidor because you think I'm going to shoplift, and you won't be able to help me. Like I'm like I would, yeah. I shouldn't be talking about that, but it's just like it was just surprising. And then I went to a cigar shop and I spent $550 the other day, and Texas has I think a 1 cent tobacco tax, but the fucking sales tax, man, $40 in sales tax. I was taken aback.
Yeah,
I thought that was high. Maybe I'm wrong.
For Texas, I don't know.
Well, I guess there is no state income tax, so you got to make it up somehow. I'm no scientist.
Sidebar. So I'm not just getting old. See the white spots.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
So it's Michael Jackson's, the vitiligo, uncurable. I'm gonna look like a cow for the rest of my life.
Wait, what is it?
Vitiligo. So you guys, no one can see. I have these spots on my chin where white hair is growing out. I don't know if it's gonna spread, but my acting career is done.
Oh, just the hair's white. You're like skin's not.
No, the skin too. It's like my immune system attacked the melatonin in the skin.
No,
Melatonin.
That's what you take to sleep.
Melanin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you see, I don't roast you, but you roast me when I mispronounce a P. Whatever that vegetable was. I'm not even gonna try to say it.
The doctor's like, "Yo, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's vitiligo. But at least it's not cancer." It's like, "Thank you, doc. Appreciate it."
Yeah. So you can look like Sammy Sosa. Have you seen him?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exact same thing. I don't know if it's gonna spread. This might be the last time my face looks semi-normal.
Well, you got to marry your chick then before.
Dude, I'm so glad I got a girlfriend before this happened.
Well, allegedly.
I have a girlfriend.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, yeah, I picked up. I want to talk about some of the cigars I got. First of all, I walked in there for the first time in my Southwest uniform, and I was in there for 10 minutes. It was a Sunday afternoon, and nobody said one word to me. I was in there for 10 minutes looking around. She's like, okay. I thought that was interesting.
Hands-off approach.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I just don't like LA country, man. Every person who came in, I greeted them. I would let them go in the humidor.
Yeah, I think,
and look around for about a minute, and then I'd poke my big fat head in and say, "Hey, you have any questions or looking for any recommendations?"
I think you're the minority there. I don't think that's a common thing.
No, and because like the first shop I worked at, they never did that, but I feel like now even talking to my supervisor at work, they're like when they sit there and they talk to me, I always buy like 5 more cigars. So it's like it's just a way to upsell and get to know the person. And if you're trying to separate yourself from like buying online, you would offer like that next level. Like Ian at Smoker's Abbey, he's really good at that. Showing you around and recommending stuff. Jim at Habana House, he's really good at that too. So I don't know. I mean, you're trying to build a relationship and you're trying to sell some cigars, but I think a lot of it too is, hearing like Skip do like his interviews and shit. He talks about like the lazy retailer who just sits in the chair, and then when somebody's like, "Hey, I got a question," they're like, "Oh," they get up out of their chair, and that's, just I don't know. But I tried. I'm sorry. This is where I was going.
Yeah.
I ended up picking up a bunch of Calavari to try.
Yeah,
because ever since the that trail mix from the Privada Cigar Club. I gotta try more of this company that nobody knows anything about. I was reading up on them on Half Wheel, and their stuff's pretty solid, and it's priced really good. They don't have many above $10. So
Yeah, I tried a few of them, then just went up back to the Buenaventura.
yeah, well, I don't know what the head of the company, like what the brand is or the company called, and then the offshoots. I don't know. I don't know of like what's considered, like, you have Romacraft and you have Cro-Magnon and Aquitaine. I don't know what, like, is Calavari like the flagship, or is it like Foundation,
I
and then you
think
have
so, yeah, because then they have like Socrates, Buenaventura.
Achilles.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, all around solid stuff. I think a lot of that stuff's out of Placencia. But I had an expensive couple weeks tracking down some boxes of craft, buying a box of Tatuaje T110 Habanos, a box of T110 Sumatra, box of T110 Broadleaf, and then I have in my cart at small batch the Cavalier 2021 LE. I got 5 from last year, and I got 5 from the year before. I mean, I could go to Smoker's Abbey and pick up a single and then see if I really like it and then buy a box, but I don't why do I need all these cigars? It's fucking stupid. But
I lit up one from the trade show yesterday, and it wasn't good. The rest didn't help.
no, that's what I hate about the trade show. I had another cigar too that was just, you know what, it was the HVC broadleaf. So I don't know if Rainier gave that to me. I don't know. I think I can't smoke outside when it's 90 degrees, I think.
It's Rainier, not Rainer.
Rainier. Yeah, Rainier Lorenzo. But most people call him Lorenzo, but we always called him Rainier. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if the heat, if it affects like the oilier wrappers, like the broadleaf or some Sumatras or Brazilian Alaparaca. I don't know. It just seems like it doesn't. I don't know. So I usually try to get up early for work, and then I smoke one on the way to work and chill in my car for a half hour, and then I'll smoke one before, like, right when the sun's coming up / right before it. But yeah, I won't be doing it outside, after 9 a.m. up until probably about 8 p.m. It's not worth it. It doesn't taste good, and it's not enjoyable. So I don't know why I'm wasting these cigars when I can't even taste them. And they smoke like shit too. So yeah, I'm not saying that's why, or I'm not blaming the trade show on that broadleaf. I'm going to blame the hot weather out here. And they're telling me this is a mild winter or a mild summer. But yeah,
get used to it.
No,
I am chubby shorts.
I am getting pretty used to it. I don't mind it at all. It's weird too. Like, it's different when you're working in it and you're getting sweaty, but like if you're like walking around, I don't want to be going to a restaurant, my back's all sweaty. But if I'm at work, I don't fucking care if I'm sweaty, but like I don't like sweating when I'm going somewhere, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. Sweating's not a problem, but if you're in public, it's like, that's why you take a shower when you go out. That's why you don't just wear your gym shorts when you go out.
What?
If you just go outside in public in gym shorts and a hoodie, you're a bum. No, you dress up.
Yeah, but you're still gonna get sweaty. How does that affect your sweatiness?
Well, you're not gonna wear a hoodie in this. You're in a hoodie in the sweaty. What am I saying? I changed.
That's what I'm asking. I don't know what you're saying.
Climates for casual dress. It's just you want to put on your best face. We don't have to put on makeup, but you don't go outside looking like you just came out of a swamp.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what attire you're wearing, you're gonna sweat. I'm not going out in a. You're
not gonna go outside in cashmere vest.
This has gone off the. I don't know what you're talking about, but what I'm trying to say is,
I just want to say cashmere.
I shower twice a day now. When I shower to wake up in the morning, and I shower after my double at the airport.
You're still doing doubles?
Fuck yeah.
Cash money.
Dude, and I've been doing Roma a lot too. I did what did I do? I did dude, I should pull up my paperwork where I keep up my hours. Like, I think I've done a double every single day in the last, like, I've worked either 17 hours at the airport or 8 hours at the airport and 4 to 8 hours at Roma Craft. So it's like, even today, like, I thought I had like a day off. I got mandated to come into work at the airport, so I worked 8 hours at the airport, and then John texted me at like 11 a.m. He's like, "Are you coming in today?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "When I get off work." He's like, "I thought you had off today." I'm like, "Oh, I got mando." He's like, "Oh shit, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be in at like 2." So I came in and worked 2 to 6 ish, you know, because they were still the shipment they had came in a little, they expedited it, so that's where we got the Baca Grand Perfectos in. But I'll listen to this real quick. Sunday I started at 3:45 a.m. and I worked at the airport until 8:15 p.m. Got off work, went to HQ to do my weekly checklist of stuff I have to do. And by the time I got home, by the time I got back to where I'm staying, it was like midnight. And I had to be up at 3:30. So I got 3.5 hours of sleep and then worked both jobs today. But I feel fucking great. I don't feel tired at all.
I don't think you should feel great.
No, I don't know. Whatever. That's like the guys at work. They're like, "Oh, you're not working a double day?" I'm like, "No, I'm actually going to my other job." He's like, "I don't know how you do it." I'm like, "Oh, I have nothing else to do." You know, it's like, and here's the thing too. It's like where I'm staying at. I don't want to be like, for those that don't, I'm staying at Skip's house until I move into my apartment in a week. 10 days. Yeah, about 10 days. This is how I look at it. Me staying at Skip's house is, I feel like the kid who went off to college, dropped out, flunked out, dropped out of college, moved back home, and they're not working, and they're just sitting in the basement playing video games all day. So like, I feel like I don't want to be hanging at Skip's house all fucking day, kicking my feet up and watching his TV and eating all his food. So like, I'm going to work. I'm going to either be at the airport working or at HQ. But that's how my mind thinks. I have to stay busy. I can't just sit around.
Speaking of Skip's house, when you first showed up, so maybe you're not going to remember this. Did he have the toilet paper backwards?
I don't remember.
That didn't burn
What's
into
backwards to you?
It should be a waterfall coming out of the counter.
Why does it matter?
It's because when you pull it, it needs to come down. And needs. Maybe. I mean, if it's a Nicaraguan thing, I get it. Do they have toilet paper in Nicaragua? Yeah, they do. And I told you to buy a bunch for when COVID hit, and you thought I was joking.
No, but here's a philosophy. Not philosophy, but a question for you. When you go into a restroom and there's 2 rolls of toilet paper, like at HQ, there's 2 rolls of toilet paper on the wall. Do you try to use that first roll closest to you? Or do you try to like even them out as you go? Or do you just replace that first roll and that second roll is just for fucking show?
No, you have one roll hanging from the wall. The other roll goes on the back of the toilet.
No, they're attached to the wall side by side.
You pull them off. You put one behind the toilet. That's when you take a piss. The guys who want to be hygienic, you can use that one because you're standing.
They have a urinal.
Bend down.
Dom, they have a urinal.
Maybe it's like I need a piss, but I want to be safe. So you can have a quick turnaround.
I don't think you're understanding me. On the wall, there is a spot there's 2 rolls of toilet paper side by side.
Yeah. It depends how long your arms are.
Okay, it's not. Oh my God.
Like if you have long arms, you want to be like T-Rex and get the short one.
I thought I was overcomplicating this. You're taking this to a whole nother fucking level.
Well, I'm not in the bathroom. I can't see what you're describing.
Okay. You're sitting on the toilet. You move your hand.
It's on the left or the right?
It's on the right on the wall. It's right on the wall.
I didn't know that it was a men's and women's bathroom when I was there the first time.
Yeah, they got a men's is on when you walk in. The men's on the left and the
Yeah,
women's on the right.
the doors were both open where the signs were, so I just went to the women's. I expect there to be a urinal in a small place. No one was there. It was only guy. It was just you and I and a few other guys. Didn't
Answer the
matter.
question.
Um,
You have to. You can't go in. You're not going into Skip's house and changing everything. So you have to adapt or.
you use the one closest to you. First in, first out.
Okay, so basically that roll that's right next to it. So they're side by side.
Yeah.
So basically, you never replace the roll that's one toilet paper roll farther behind.
No. You finish the first, you slide it over.
It's not. No, it's not like that.
Does it slide over?
No, it's like let's say there's like two little bars, and then there's something in the middle. So you just slide it off one side.
What's in the middle?
Like I don't know, just like think of it like a fucking barbell, like a weight lift with that we can take the weights off on the barbell. I'll take a picture, you dumb fuck. It's I'm just saying basically that but what I'm trying to say is basically you have two options here. You basically you try to even them out as you go. So they're both relatively the same size, or you only take from that first. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Or you only take from the first roll, and then basically that second one is just there to mellow and chill.
Do you ask
Eventually
John
it's
and
gonna-
Sean about this?
No, but I was going to take a picture or I was going to do an Instagram story, but I want somebody saying, "Oh, you're recording in the bathroom." You know, a lot of the shit I do, it goes over people's heads. So kind of like, here's an example. Like, okay, I've been reading a lot about Dave Ramsey and shit. Now, I don't fucking believe everything he fucking says, but when you're awake as much as I am, you have to read other shit. So like stuff I read is like cigar shit, a little bit about sports, a little bit about movies, a little bit about TV, a little bit about financial shit. So I'm in a Facebook group. It's called Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps. And if you're not familiar with Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps, I'll run through them real fucking quick. The first baby step is save $1,000 for an emergency fund. That's step one. Step two is you make a list of all your debt, starting from the smallest balance to the highest balance. And then you pay them off using the snowball effect. So you pay off all debt except for your house. Okay. So let's say you have, it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, just all your debt. So car, credit card, student loans, you pay it off by the lowest balance. And then when you finish paying that balance, so let's say you have a credit card that's $50 a month minimum or whatever, and you pay it off. You take that $50 and then you take your next bill. Now you're throwing an extra $50 at it. And when you finish paying that bill off, you take the amount you're paying toward the first and second bill, toward your third bill. Now, some people argue you should pay your highest interest rate first and then pay it that way. Well, the whole reason people get into debt most of the time is like emotional reasons. You know, it's like people like overeat, people overspend. They have money and they just fucking blow it. So when you follow it that way, the snowball effect, it's like it's like losing weight. You lose 5 pounds. Now you want to lose 10 pounds. You want to lose 15. You want to keep it going. You pay off one credit card. You want to pay off next and the next. If you do the highest balance or the highest interest rate, that balance might be the biggest, and it might take you forever to pay off that one card. So it's like a psychological thing. So that's baby step two. Once you pay off all your debt except for your house, you're done with baby step two. Now your baby step three is save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund.
That's separate from the $1,000.
Yeah. So your $1,000 is just like emergency fund. Like your tire goes pops and you got to get a new tire. Your disposal doesn't work. You got to pay for that. So it's like $1,000 just to like you just I mean that's not, you should have more than that in saving, but this is like that $1,000 is like you need to have something in case something happens. Unexpected vet bill, unexpected trip to the ER and it's $500 deductible, whatever. Baby step one, save $1,000. Baby step two, pay off all your debt except for your house. Baby step three, save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. So you lose your job, you're able to pay your bills for 3 to 6 months until you find another job. Or
Yeah.
if you can't find a job making the same, at least you have something to supplement it until you find a job making the same. Baby step 4, invest 15% of your household income into retirement. That's baby step 4.
15%?
Yes.
Not like 7.
Well, I put in 10%. I was putting in more, but as much overtime as I'm working, I'm in the top like fucking 3% in my age group for what they have in their retirement. I save a lot, but I have a dollar for dollar match up to 9.3%. So I'm putting in 19.3% into my retirement. So basically 20% what I make a year goes into my retirement. And right now I'm getting like 21% return rate on that. That's step 4, 15% of your household income. Baby step 5, save for your children's college fund. Nah, whatever. Baby step 6 is pay off your home early. So his thing is he doesn't want any debt. He said they did a survey of millionaires, and most of them, first of all, most of the millionaires he surveyed, and he surveyed thousands of them, most of them made their millions on their own, meaning they didn't inherit it. And then most of the millionaires didn't have any debt, no house payment, no car payment, no student loans, nothing. Baby step 7 is build your wealth. So keep saving and then give. He's a big proponent of tether. What the fuck is it when you give to the church?
Tithing.
Tithing.
10%.
Tithing. Yeah. He's big into that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not I believe in God, but I don't go to church. Tithing. Yeah. So he's big into that. And his saying is live like nobody else. So eventually you can live like nobody else. So like how I am doing now, I'm working a shit ton. I don't have a life, but when I'm 40 or I'm not 40, when I'm 50, I won't have to work like this and I'll be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do because I have money saved up. Live like no one else. So later on you can live like nobody else. So that's Dave Ramsey. So let's go back to my original story about Facebook groups. Everybody's always talking about side hustles. They're talking about they're in all this debt and they're not making enough money. So Dave Ramsey says you need a bigger shovel, meaning you need to bring in more income. You need to deliver pizza. You need to do Uber Eats, Grubhub, whatever. Somebody suggested flipping couches, like buying couches from on rummage sales, fixing them up and selling them. So I wrote down on the comment, I'm like, yeah, I flip couches. I flip couches. I flip the cushions and look for loose change. And I thought it was fucking hilarious. And I got like 25 likes and laughing emojis in this fucking group. This was after later in the day. Earlier, I asked about payday loans, which are insane. It's like 500% interest rate. And that comment got deleted because he believes in no debt. So Skip comments on saying that like I missed the joke and that guy was making a joke about loose change and it went over my head ish. And I'm like, I don't think so, man. I think this guy really legitimately wanted to flip couches. So I actually asked him, like, were you being serious about buying used furniture and trying to sell it? And so far I got just a laughing thing. But I was reading some of the comments and he seemed hell bent on he seemed hell bent on flipping furniture. But that's what I'm talking about. A lot of the shit I put on Facebook's hit or miss. Like the toilet paper thing, me asking about that. This Dave Ramsey thing. A lot of people thought it was funny. Skip thought the joke went over my head and I fucked up. But I think I was right. There's a lot of dummies out there. I mean, first of all, if you're in debt that high where you got to buy couches, that sucks. That's why I'm glad at my job you can work overtime. If you can work as much as you want or as little as you want.
Aren't most Americans in debt? Like
Yeah.
not just their house, but like credit card debt.
Yeah.
I thought it was the majority, but I don't
know. The only debt I have is the house in Milwaukee.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean that's how I can You know, I told you what my apartment is down here is $1,400 fucking bucks a month.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a place in California in April, a house for 0 down.
You're gonna buy a house?
I don't know if I'm gonna buy a house now. I think because I'm planning on getting married next year, so I want to get an apartment.
So you're engaged?
Not yet, but
Oh,
I'm saving up for the ring, and then engagement.
put on a
and
credit
then
card.
marriage. No, I don't have a credit card.
Why not?
I don't like the idea of it.
Well, that's the thing too. Dave doesn't want people using credit cards at all. I use mine all the time. I just pay it off every week.
I get it, and my sister makes fun of me because she says, "Oh, look how much money and all these deals I get because I just pay off my credit card." It just sounds stupid. Like, why
Yeah.
do you have to take that extra step? Government. I mean, I have good credit. I think I have decent credit. I'm not sure. It took a little hit when I paid off my car early. But I'm good.
Well, it's
I'm not gonna get a house for 0 down. I'm not gonna buy a house.
no, because you're gonna be paying PMI.
Pressure mass index.
Principal mortgage insurance or some shit. But let's go back to credit cards real quick. Here's my thing with credit cards. Okay, I get fucked all the time. I book a hotel.
Sorry, I'm gonna cut that for the.
Oh, I get fucked all the time.
Yeah. Going in.
So, like all these random ass charges, and I just dispute them, and I get my money back. You can't do that with a debit card. If somebody steals your shit, you're fucked.
Oh, speaking of dispute, my not credit card, my bank card was just had a fraudulent payment, got canceled yesterday.
Yeah, I could pay in the ass. A credit card, I get my money back like the same day. So it's like I've probably gotten back $700 this year because these fucking companies want to like how many times have you gone to a hotel and they have all these random charges and then you try to like I stayed in New York like 12 years ago and they still owe me $30 because they charged me for like they're like, oh, we're gonna put a $30 hold on your card for incidentals. They never gave me that money back because it was on a debit card. They kept it. Fucking $30. If I would have been on a credit card, I would have disputed and got my money back immediately. And the fucking rewards. I just threw I had $500 in rewards. I just threw towards my balance. And then Amazon, you get 5% back. So I have a couple $100 and I'm going to be ordering a shitload of stuff for my apartment on Amazon. So you got to be smart, but you do spend more. There is and this is what Dave says, there is a chemical reaction or something about, there's a difference. I'm drinking a Snapple. It's different than me if it's $5 giving a $5 bill away and getting nothing back versus giving them my card and getting my card back. Like it's just a lot of this shit's psychological, just like it is with paying off your debt, the snowball method.
I think my girlfriend got this from Dave Ramsey, but she has an envelope with cash only. And so she doesn't use her bank card unless it's an emergency. And she only has a certain amount for fun every month, a certain amount for food. Yeah, she listens to him.
Yeah, I mean, I need to do a budget because I don't know what, because my budget changes every, if there's a cigar I want to get, I just buy it, So I need to do a budget and I need to hold myself to a budget, but
we need to close this show with like 3 minutes of cigar talk.
Okay. Well, what have you smoked? Because I talked about cigars
like 4
already.
days off because I exploded my palate camping. I was at high elevation. I hiked 14 miles one day, almost died.
You blow out your palate by secondhand smoke. So don't even get me started on that.
No. Okay. So I took some days off because I had a few cigars. I was camping, didn't drink enough water. And then I came back and the first one I smoked was yesterday. And it was from the trade show and it didn't taste right.
What was it?
Mil Diaz Corona.
Dude, I had a problem with the
limited edition.
No, the Series E. Court Reserve Series E.
The Van Halen one?
Yeah.
Ooh,
the Fiat Lux was dynamite. The Sergeant was good. The Series E.
The P with a little
Oh.
Montague.
Yeah, that was good. I gave one to Roe, and he liked it too. Rosales, Michael.
You call him Ro?
No, Roe. No, that's what his fucking license plate. Ever since I saw his license plate and it says the Roe, in my head he's Roe now. And I work with a guy named Rolando in Milwaukee, and they called him Roe. So that's in my head too.
Alejandro.
Rolando.
The business, we call that a callback.
Callback, yes. That's my joke. Oh, dude, this was interesting. Speaking of blowing out your palate, last night to end my night, I had a Neanderthal C3, the 4.5 by 60. And then for breakfast, or no, not breakfast. My first cigar was in Temperance EC Segundo. Second cigar was in Neanderthal at 6:30 a.m. That was strong. Mas Forte. Very good.
Was it good strong that early? So that was your second cigar at 6:30.
Yeah, I had one at fired one up at 4 a.m. and then I fired one up at 6:30, and then I had a little petite Baca, and then I had I forgot. Oh, I had an old ass Chogui that came in the birdhouse.
Hey, that's some relevant thing. Yeah, he's coming out. Probably when this is posted, it'll already be announced. In the International Cigar Society, we're placing bets on what a company is distributing.
Cigar Hustler?
That's not our guess or my guess.
That's who distributed them before.
Is Alliance do Warped?
Who?
Is it Alliance? Legions? Who does Warped cigars?
They do it themselves.
No, there's a well, their group is somebody, I thought. But that's my guess because he's taking some photos with Kyle.
What do you mean distribute?
As in, here are my cigars. Your job is to give them to other people and shops. Distribute.
That could be many different things.
I don't know then.
Because you could say, okay, you have Patina, Sutliff distributes his stuff, but then he's got reps who sell it. So it's two different things, or he had brokers.
Well, then I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is we have a bet, not a bet, but we're doing a raffle.
So what's your guess? I'm like,
oh, I said Warped, and then other people are saying, oh, that's pretty much my guess because they're linked with Warp. And I'm trying to find it. I can't find the channel. This Discord server.
Warped would probably be the last person I want.
He's taking photos with him though. Victor has. It's all but guaranteed. I've got this in the bag.
You don't even know what it means. So how would you
forget about it?
Yeah, because Cigar Hustler used to distribute it. No, and in a different factory, he never. Well, I think he did finally reveal. And the DR made his stuff. So I don't know. I mean,
have you smoked any of the new sizes in Patina Maduro?
No, I haven't. I got to get to Smoker's Abbey.
Yeah, hit them up.
They have Patina.
Last thing, Kazdagli is a new addition to Ohlone Cigars. That's the one shop I wanted to take you to, and we didn't make it to when you visited. So I'm gonna make the drive up there sometime soon.
Well, speaking of distribution, Illusione, they have a warehouse, and they distribute Cavalier.
Huh. The more you know.
And the guy who used to distribute Patina, it was out of Houston. He was distributing Southern Draw too.
Your audio and visuals are lagging. Okay. I think we're fine. I just hope that I hope the recording doesn't offset the audio. Oh, last thing, final thing. Thank you, two of you, for DMing us our Instagram, your address, so that Tyler or I can send you the car fresheners.
We got 3 people.
Nice. We're not ignoring you. We've seen them.
I responded. I responded to Ben.
Okay.
Richie.
Cool.
And here's the funny thing, Richie. Shout out to Richie. Great guy. Awesome.
B-cut. everything.
V-cut everything. He sent that message. I thought he was talking about cologne, not the air freshener. Because me and him have been talking about cologne, and he told me to get the cologne that I bought, the Yves Saint Laurent. So I thought he was talking about that, and then you're like, "Hey, Richie is asking about a air freshener," and I'm like, "Oh, that's what he wanted." I thought he was talking about the fucking cologne. So
Classic. I've
I
said
always
too much.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like
Typical.
I'll
Richie.
randomly text Mo or Rich something about they said on the podcast and have no idea what the fuck and they'll be like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Well, back then you said," you're like, "Oh yeah." I don't remember anything I fucking say on this thing.
Good news. As of next week, school starts, so my schedule should be locked in, and I'll get off earlier. But you're still working double, so I don't know if we have it.
But I'll get off later in the day, and you'll be up. So like the problem, I have time to do them, but I have time is a very short window of time, and that short window of time you're working. So we were able to do it before, but it's like for you, you're not available till like 8:00 my time, which is what 6:00 your time.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's going to change when the school year starts.
Yeah, you'll be available earlier because I go to bed early.
Yes. I'll like for sure be available at 6 your time.
And that's fine because I usually try to go to bed by 8 if I'm not working a double.
Yeah.
So we had a really good rhythm going, and then you started fucking doing summer school.
We'll get it back. Get the mojo back.
Yeah, we need to get a guest on maybe.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not going to smoke any cigars, so we have nothing to talk about.
You know what? I'm not going to edit tonight. I'm going to go out and I'm going to enjoy one.
No, edit.
And try to hunt a possum.
Edit this, and don't hunt a possum.
No, it's been. I think it's a possum eating my tomatoes.
Fuck your tomatoes, you fucking liberal fuck.
You like? Oh my good! You've never tasted homegrown tomatoes. There are only two things in life money can't buy: true love, homegrown tomatoes.
Yeah, you can buy them if you buy the seeds and plant them.
Yeah.
And grow them.
Yeah, try it. Without that California topsoil, good luck. Oh my guy.
Wait, let's talk about. Hey, I got some new glasses coming.
What were you, no, dude? Okay, before glasses, dude. This is gonna be posted on. We always post on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
No, we got to post it sooner than that. Monday,
really?
When did we post the last one?
Sunday. It's been over a week.
It's been a week now, so you got to post it tonight.
But then that means we're gonna have to do another one. Oh, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we have to do it weekly. Deal with it. You're gonna have to stop going to Bible study every hour. Hey,
I'm down to post weekly, yes. Because right now, dude, on Podbean or on Apple Podcasts, it says we post monthly. That's sad.
Not ideal.
Maybe that's why they don't let us change our background logo.
Can somebody help Dom out?
Please help.
It has morbidly obese Tyler's face on there, and we're not. It's got Jolly Tyler.
I've tried everything.
We need stressed out, overworked, joyless Tyler. You'll see that. Well, you guys seen the logo. That's the new Tyler. Joyless.
Hey, what if I don't edit it? I just post it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think we've had any big.
Anyone else fucking edits that shit? Why didn't you do? You should have been doing this years ago.
Do you think we're okay? This pod, I feel like this flowed because maybe we didn't have a guest.
I'm in a decent mood too. I've been really pissed off lately. I've been in a decent mood, and I was getting pissed when I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi here.
Well, things are good now.
Is it saying about flowing?
Oh yeah, because normally like there'll be a 5-second 5-second gap between conversation. I shortened that up to like 1.5.
We got to get Nate back on. I used to talk to Nate at least every other day for about 20 minutes. I haven't talked to Nate. Here's the thing, and I do it a lot. I go on this like shutdown mode. Like at work, it's like I should be more outgoing with people, but I just have my AirPods in literally the whole time. I carry 2 pairs of AirPods, and I'm rotating them out throughout the whole day. Sorry for uh what the fuck did I just do? Blowing air onto the mic. But so I just been listening to music and just fucking minding my business, not talking to anybody. So that's why I'm like I'm talkative right now. Even like today, I came in the Roma Craft and John's like, "Oh, hi." I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?" And they're like, "Oh, like, oh, you're not gonna say hi to me?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm tired, man. I'm sorry." Like, "Oh, fucking get some sleep, man."
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now.
No, I feel great. I just I was moody.
Speaking of Nate, dude, remember that picture I sent you of that shirtless dude rolling cigars?
Yeah.
The leaf is my happiness. Anyway, he posted another one saying my cigars are better than sex.
No, he's doing it wrong.
And follow was it J underscore Newsome 1911 on Twitter. Jamar Cigar, bourbon and cigar connoisseur. Noop. What's a noop?
Dude, I don't know any of this stuff.
I'm gonna click on the hashtag.
Oh, did you see my that phrase I used, fringe friend?
Yeah. I almost commented because of our last episode.
Why? What happened?
We were saying, what do we have in common? Would we be friends if we didn't smoke cigars? No.
No, you're definitely a fringe friend.
Oh, there. Well,
if I saw you in Vegas and we weren't doing a podcast, like I would just do the little head nod. Maybe I might do the little point.
Wait, a nod up or down?
I do the up.
That's good. That's good. That means we're closer than fringe friends. A nod down is like I recognize that you're there and you know me and I know you.
What about like the little like grin? You're like, yeah. That's the thing too. Like when I approached you naively about doing this podcast, we didn't talk much. It was kind of, we were definitely fringe friends back then. What's one step?
Yes,
we were absolutely fringe friends. Yeah,
because it took Francisco to convince me to hang out and pursue this podcast, and then Francisco wanted to start a podcast with me when we started doing it because he was jealous. Maybe Francisco Pancho, if you're listening, sorry.
Wait, you did a podcast with him?
No, he wanted to do a fantasy football. It's like, you can talk about cigars too. It'll be great. It was like, it kind of got a thing now with Tyler.
Wait, he had to convince you to do a podcast with me?
No, he didn't have to convince me to do a podcast. He had to convince me to talk to you really or hang out with you that first night.
Oh, what?
I was fine just talking, hanging out with him and nobody else at the Romacraft party.
Oh, I was fine sitting by myself too.
Yeah. Sorry to ruin that.
I'm a social butterfly.
I ran your parade.
I wish I never met you, motherfucker.
Dude, hey, that movie that just came out, Suicide Squad.
Oh,
it was a fun time.
Dude, it was a lot of fucking fun. I want to get a king shark stuffed animal.
Sly, baby. Sylvester Stallone.
Dude, okay, I've watched the one scene of arm fall off dude 100 times. Like he's all like pumped up. This isn't a spoiler, but he takes his arms off and they're like hovering in the air. And it goes up to these soldiers and he just starts slapping the guys in the face. It's like, dude, my guy, get some fucking knives or something. Get a gun. Why are you going up slapping people?
I don't think Romacraft can ride off of the wave of Weasel being a hit in the beginning of the film.
I want to know, they said he killed 27 kids. I'm going to need a little more details on that. Why did he kill the kids? Did he eat the kids? Is he like a sicko, like a child molester? Why is he killing kids?
I don't know. Dude, no, hey, dude. I don't want to just post this without listening because then I can't take the clips for the end of the year.
We all
I'll post it. I'll post it like maybe tomorrow.
Post it now and then.
No. Oh, I could do that. You're right.
Yeah. Well, how many were the downloads?
Listeners, you guys sucked last week.
Bro, we suck for not doing it.
Yeah, I know.
But how many did people?
You don't like meat and bathroom talk?
No. Yeah. So the podcast you did of just the sound clips, was that downloaded as much as the other stuff, or no? Was the juice worth the squeeze on that?
Yeah,
or
no, it was up there.
Because that
Like
was
since then, our average has gone up.
okay.
But that
that
was one of our top podcasts.
okay. Because that was pretty fucking hilarious. I do think the funniest thing I ever said we did edit out about the dog rocket.
Oh,
It sucks. That was probably the funniest thing I've said, and we had to edit that out. That's all. That's all we could say. DM us if you want to know the brand. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably
sign up for our Patreon to find out.
Sign up for our Patreon. It's we don't have that.
No.
But this podcast is getting expensive. I got to buy envelopes and stamps now. It's gonna be like $12.
Paid for another year Podbean today.
And we pay for another year Zoom.
Dude, wait. Hey, if I'm paying for Podbean, this is probably our 2-year.
Yeah, as we started August of 2019 because I just got the fucking Facebook reminder of my first trip in Nicaragua. And I think we started maybe right before I went to Nicaragua, maybe.
Like I'm saying, it's probably 2 years ago today. Because we had to publish
for sure
somewhere.
2 years, yeah. I don't think the story ever made about me spitting a loogie in somebody's face ever made it to the podcast. I thought that was a good story.
On the football field?
Yeah, I'll tell it real quick. I mean, it's not super funny, but it's just pretty. It was high school football, man. We were. I was on the punt return, and we punt the ball, and I'm jogging down the field, not even in the fucking play, and this motherfucker, I forgot what they call it when they hit you from the blind, like
pancake is when they knock you flat on your
back. He hit me on, but he hit me in the back. Like I couldn't see him. I couldn't defend myself. It's a cheap shot. You hit somebody in the back. Like that's a flag. So he hit me in the back and I flew like 40 feet and landed on the ground. So he pancaked me from the back, which is illegal. Now, if you can't pancake me head one-on-one, that's not happening. But you can easily surprise me and knock me over when you hit me from the side or the back where I can't see you. It's a blindside hit. It's illegal. I get up. I'm fucking furious. And I just look. I see his number. I'm like, all right, 73 or whatever the fuck his number was.
62.
62.
Is that from Ricky Bobby?
I don't know.
62. Continue.
It was between the high 60s and the low 70s. Anyways, so in my head, I'm like, I'm going to get this fucker back. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to punch him in the fucking face, rip his helmet off and beat him with it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but there will be repercussions and ramifications from this cheap shot. So I end up blocking him on a play. Like he's trying to rush the quarterback. And at that moment, like, it's fallout. So you have a runny nose. Like I felt the loogie building up in the back of my throat and I fucking hawked it in his fucking face at 100 miles per hour. The biggest fucking loogie ever. And it was just like, it was like an alien. It was like the starfish from fucking Suicide Squad covering his whole face. Like, and he goes running to the refs. He's like, he spit in my face. But the thing is, it's worse than being spit in the face. I'm not proud of it. But I mean, if you're gonna hit me, you shouldn't be proud about knocking over a defenseless player. So I don't feel. I would never, like, man on man. I'm not gonna spit in your face. But what he did to me wasn't man on man. He fucking gave me a cheap shot. So
what prompted this story again?
We talked about that. We talked about this on our first episode.
Ah, gotcha.
We talked about if I ever spit in somebody's face, and I said, matter of fact, I have.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Tyler and everyone else listening. I'm gonna smoke some cigars this week so we can talk about cigars.
What are you gonna smoke?
I don't know. I have no plans for tonight.
Okay.
I close my eyes, reach in, grab something, pull on it.
Anything new coming out? What's new? It's always about what's new. What's new? What's that new? Oh, I'm excited to make it up to Dallas.
Mhm.
Brandon Payne, who works for Michaels. I'm gonna hang out with him and Ben Lee, and then a couple weeks ago I posted in my story. I was on my way down to Austin. I stopped at a gas station, and there was a cheese stand, and it said Wisconsin cheese. And I took a picture, and I never posted it. And then I posted it like a week ago or whatever.
I saw
And
it.
then and then Charlie Minato messaged me. He's like, "Are you in Dallas?" I'm like, "No, dude." I'm like, "I was in Dallas when I drove down to Austin." And I said, "When can I come up and fucking check out HQ?" And he's like, "Let me know." So I want to head up to Dallas, hang out with Ben Lee, Brandon, and check out Half Wheel with Charlie and Brooks.
Cool.
Word up.
All right. That's the show. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, that's it. I got to check out Austin. I got to drive around Austin. I've been working too much. Tomorrow I have off though. I have a doctor's appointment at 10:30 a.m. So I can go to bed tonight at 10 and get up at 8. Well, earlier than that, but maybe I'll go to bed later. I'm getting 8 hours of sleep no matter what. I'm taking some melatonin and passing out.
I'm losing melanin. You're taking melatonin.
Yeah. Dude, no matter what, I paid $50 for this haircut. My hair never looks good.
Okay, Tyler, we got to stop.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, rock and roll. Keep your cigars on ice.
Yeah!